everybody, and welcome to Texas All-Pro Wrestling from the Sam Houston Coliseum. I'm Texas Tommy Graham. Along with color commentating from Mark Nulty and special guest commentator Johnny Valentine, we'll take you through yet another action-packed hour of professional wrestling. In action tonight, you'll see young Chaz as he continues his climb to the top of the TAP ladder against the always unruly War Dog. Mr. Texas himself, Rick Wilkins, against the tall cowboy Dusty Daze, and the return of Chavo Guerrero as he takes on the man who could very well prove to be a career ender, Assassin number 1. They're in singles action tonight. One thing to note is that these assassins never work alone, so don't be surprised to see the other assassin at the ringside. And finally, our TV main event sees the Rock and Roll Express take on the likes of one Hollywood John Tatum and his equally dangerous partner, Cowboy Johnny Mantell. So sit back, kick up your feet, and stay tuned as Texas All-Pro Wrestling comes to you.
Tommy Graham with the introduction to the first bout of the evening as Rick Wilkins, the 1986 Mr. Texas, steps to the end of the ring for his professional debut and to go up against the big cowboy from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Dusty Daze. My name is Mark Nulty. I'll be doing the fall-by-fall tonight. And joining me at my side, it is truly a privilege to have the legendary Johnny Valentine. And Johnny, what a great night of action we're going to have ahead of us.
It's so good to be back in the Coliseum for wrestling. And I'm looking forward to all these good matches ahead of us, too.
Well, Johnny, I don't know whether or not you remember. It's been a while, but at one time you went through the same thing that the young man Rick Wilkins is going through, your first professional match. What was it like? Do you remember your first pro bout?
Yes, my first pro bout was in Argentina, Rio de Janeiro, Argentina. I was 19 years old, and I wrestled 28 years after that, but I really felt lost in my first match. I didn't feel adequate, I might say.
Rick Wilkins, the 1986 Mr. Texas. Johnny, you've got to be impressed with the physique on this young man.
He really has a body. Now, these muscles will really help him. And being in the condition is number 1 in this sport. And if he stays in condition, and you can see what a great start he has. Beautiful body. Let's see how he handles this other fella.
Boy, I guess it's like a running back in football, Johnny. I mean, you can work hard and you can train hard, but you've got to have the tools and you've got to have the skills. And there was some wrestling skill on the part of Rick Wilkins as he takes Dusty Daze down to the mat with a couple of quick arm drags and cinches in on the bar arm. And Rick Wilkins off to a fast start. Johnny, you probably faced some opponents having their first match. Did you have any? If you were Dusty Daze, what would you do right now? There's a nice fireman carried by Rick Wilkins.
Well, if I was experienced wrestler, wrestling a young new starter in the business, I would keep the heat on. I would pressure him hard. I would keep on him every minute. I wouldn't let him rest because he's going to tire because he's excited and he's nervous. And wear himself out quick, so if you keep the pressure on, you can wear him down, and when he's tired, his muscles don't do him any good.
Well, right now, there's one part of the body that you can't develop with weights, and that's the eyes. And Dusty Daze just went into the eyes to take his first advantage of the night on Rick Wilkins. Slams Wilkins head first into the mat. Dusty Daze, there's a little bit of experience. So if you can't out-wrestle the man, I guess you go into the eyes. And now he's going to stop away the big cowboy from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Here comes Wilkins back. The condition of Wilkins in evidence. He's absorbed some punishment, but it looks like he's still trying to fight back. Now Dusty Daze has him in the corner. Slams away with a big forearm, chop across the chest. Whips Wilkins into the ropes. Hits him with a big elbow on the rebound. Dusty Daze now goes for the cover. Count of, not even a count of 1. Rick Wilkins quickly back out from underneath. Wilkins grabs the side headlock. Now Wilkins going to use those big biceps to try to wear down Daze, using the turnbuckles for leverage as he hip tosses Daze down to the mat, still hanging on to the headlock. Daze reversing the leverage a little bit, trying to get a pinfall. Well, Johnny, we've been talking about taking some punishment. If you're Dusty Daze right now and you've got an opponent that's obviously stronger, clamping down on you with a headlock, how do you get out of this move?
Well, I would find a comfortable position with that hold on if possible, and try to tire him out. He'll make it. Keep wiggling and keep moving him. Eventually, you'll find a little crease to squeeze out of.
Double clothesline. Both men went for the same thing at the same time. Both men struggling to get up to their feet. Daze first one up. Crotch hold by Daze. Lift and a slam. Looks like Daze wanted to slam him close to the buckle. Comes off of the buckle, the flying elbow. Nobody home. Wilkins groggy, but Wilkins is going to mount the ropes now himself. Daze coming to his feet. There's Wilkins on the top turnbuckle. A drop kick, doesn't get all of it. He may have got enough. 1, 2, and 3.